the last few seconds. I never thought I would see this on my channel. Wow. When I was starting on YouTube, I could never imagine that would happen. And it does feel like a major milestone. Well, I've been only doing it for 6 years, and here it is. 1 million, this crazy number that seems so distant and unattainable when you decide to upload your first video on YouTube. And here I am with my gold button. Today, I'd like to share my story with you, reflect on some of the challenges I faced along the way, and think about what I would have done differently with all the knowledge I have today to get to this point faster. This is the channel. Today it's getting 3 million views and over 30,000 subscribers per month. When I started, I had no idea it would grow into one of the largest channels in its niche. All I wanted was to find a few one-on-one clients for my education consulting business. I just finished my master's and decided to reject a job offer in financial services to open my first business together with my best friend. Soon we realized that we had a huge problem. Online ads were eating away our margins. And that's when we turned to YouTube to find clients for free, having zero YouTube skills. Well, I had a camera because I liked photography. It started slow. In the first year, we published 50 videos. Yes, we were committed, and gained 150,000 views and 3.8 thousand subscribers. As our skills and our understanding of the audience were improving, we started to see some traction. I mean, instead of a couple of 100 views, we started to get a few thousand. And eventually we did find topics and formats that were getting hundreds of thousands of views. Let's be fair, that channel never became a banger by YouTube standards. When I eventually stopped publishing new videos, it had around 20,000 subscribers. But it generated enough leads to have me booked out flat. By that time, my business partner had moved abroad, and the only way to grow the business alone was to hire more consultants, which wasn't the route I wanted to take. So I pivoted from one-on-one education consulting to exam preparation courses and started growing a dedicated channel, which eventually crossed 1 million subscribers. The second channel grew much faster. In its first year, it gained 33,000 subscribers. By the end of the second year, it crossed 100,000, and I received the silver button. And by the end of year 6, 1 million and the gold button. Currently, it's at 1.2 million. When I started on YouTube, I was fighting to get to 1,000 views, and it felt almost impossible to get to 1 million views, let alone subscribers. But YouTube growth doesn't happen in even steps. Breakthrough videos that get many more views can give you a lot of exposure. And if they are aligned with the rest of your content, they help increase your average views and subscriber count too. And this is what happened to me. This was my first breakthrough video on this channel. As you can see, it didn't stand out for its quality production, but my approach was different. In this video, I shared my first-hand experience of taking the exam and covered the whole test in 20 minutes. It differed from more traditional lessons from professional teachers which dominated the niche. Generally, I think that sharing your first-hand experience is a great way for small channels to attract traffic because viewers value your raw experience more than production quality or editing tricks. In the second month after publishing, this video generated 120,000 views and then stabilized at around 50k per month. At the end of last year, I turned it private as it was, too embarrassing. Over its lifetime, it generated 3 million views and brought in 50,000 subscribers. Just one successful video. The thing is, the more videos you publish, learn and adjust your content, the higher your chance of breaking through. And once you find what works, getting to 1 million is a matter of time. It took me 6 years. When my channel hit this milestone and I placed the gold button on the shelf, I started asking myself, what has really changed? And the truth is that the number of subscribers, and to some extent, even the number of views, are not directly related to your impact and revenue. This month, my channel is gonna hit 3 million views, but actually getting more views is not my goal. What I've seen very clearly on my channel, as well as on other channels, is that a view is not equal to a view. I already know certain topics that attract a lot of views, but they're served outside of my perfect audience and I deliberately avoid them. My goal is to create videos that provide genuine value. I've even placed a motto at the top of my content calendar: don't chase views, deliver value. And since shifting my focus from views to value, I've noticed a decrease in views in certain categories of videos. But this change has also resulted in high conversion rates, revenue, and customer satisfaction. And that's what really matters, doesn't it? It seems getting monetized is still seen as a big milestone on YouTube. And I remember how excited I was to be accepted in the partner program. But looking back, I don't think it's that important. Although I got monetized pretty quickly, I was getting between $20 and $50 per month for quite a long time. In my first full year, I earned $450 living in London. Since then, the payouts gradually increased, and the highest income I received was actually in 2021, when the channel earned $32,500. In 2022, RPM, revenue per thousand views, went down for a lot of channels, and so did my ads revenue. I used to work full-time for less, so getting this income is amazing, but it took years to get to this point. YouTube ads revenue is neither the quickest nor the most effective way to make money from your YouTube views. Selling your own products, in my case, consulting services first and then online courses, is way more profitable. When my first education consulting channel had between 10 and 20,000 subscribers and not too many views per video, I was fully booked. And not only did this channel generate leads, but the leads were of extremely high quality. My conversion rate from a free initial call to a paid client was around 70%. This is the power of YouTube. Recently, I analyzed revenue streams on a channel with 4.5 million subscribers that belongs to Ali Abdaal. His own products are by far the largest revenue stream. I'll link this video. Over the last 7 years, I've learned so much about YouTube, and looking back at my journey, I can see how I could have done some things differently to get to this point a lot more quickly. First of all, I think it's really important to learn from success and act. If you see that something's working, think how it could be turned into a series, or how a similar format or approach could be applied to other topics on your channel. Of course, I try to do follow-ups on my most successful videos, but I would wait for months, in some cases a year, so my content wouldn't come across as repetitive. The truth is, on YouTube, something only works until it doesn't. Over the years, I discovered a number of formats or topics that performed amazingly well for a limited time. And when you see something is working, it's probably not for long. Capitalize on it. And don't overestimate how well people remember your videos. Another strategic shift I wish I performed earlier is to optimize for the long term. What's the first thing we see when we log into YouTube Studio? How well your last video performed out of 10. And we all want that 1 out of 10. But this short-term performance doesn't determine the long-term success of a video. I've noticed that my videos that get to top places in the first 24 hours often become average over time, while videos that are average at the beginning may become top performers several months later. And it makes sense. New videos are served via the browse feature to regular viewers who click and watch. But after this initial boost, browse feature views tend to go down if the video doesn't appeal to a wider audience. Educational videos, however, can be served via YouTube search for years and years, and those may not necessarily be popular among your regular viewers. Don't over-optimize your videos for short-term performance. Keep an eye on content you published in the past and see how it's doing. This may help you make better decisions about what to make in the future. Finding time to grow on YouTube was another challenge. For the first 2.5 years, I was publishing between 1 and 2 videos per month. I could see the channel was growing well, but I struggled to split my time between working on my consulting clients from the first business, making YouTube videos, and at some point I was making videos for both channels, and building online courses. By that point, I was doing everything alone, and the progress was slow. I wish I'd started hiring earlier. I waited until my channel crossed 300,000 subscribers to hire my first video editor on Upwork. And it turned out that it wasn't as expensive or as hard as I feared, and we're still working together today. Not every hire was as successful, but building a team and all the processes that come with it is a skill that needs training just like any other. Today, I'm really happy with my team. Some of them are freelancers on Upwork. With others, we have direct contracts. I've delegated video editing, checking titles and thumbnails, setup, regular analytics, customer service, and even some script writing, something I thought would be nearly impossible to achieve. Today, I film videos and generally have a more supervisory role. I've also tried to automate or create processes for other business functions. All our online courses are recorded and available on demand. Sales funnels are built, so YouTube viewers are converted into paid clients directly from certain YouTube videos, as well as from free lead magnets, emails, and our online community on Telegram. My time is no longer directly linked to the revenue, and I don't need to work full-time on this business anymore. Thanks to that, I can spend most of my time doing what I enjoy most, growing my new YouTube channel and helping others grow and monetize their channels. Oh yes, and here is a video I mentioned earlier about how Ali Abdaal makes $4.6 million in revenue on YouTube. We looked into his product line and revenue streams. It's a really inspiring story, so check it out, and thank you so much for watching me today. Have a great day.